our Vice Chancellor of the University of Nairobi, Professor Kiama, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Assisting Vice Chancellor, members of the Senate, all professors present, all deans, students, ladies. I feel very when I am introduced the way they are introducing me. I would like to say that to academicians, I may not be donning 3 hearts. I stand here as a mother. That is the greatest of the hearts and the greatest of those things that I pride in, being a mother. Many people don't value mothers. And if you ask mothers what they do, they say they do nothing. She did nothing. And yet she did everything. From waking up the children, taking care of my father, ironing the shirts, cleaning the shoes, doing everything, preparing the children, mentoring them, and discipling them, and doing everything. That is the work of a mother. A mother nurtures, and a mother makes the difference in the family. And therefore, when I stand as a mother who has raised children through childhood to adulthood, I also stand here as a pastor, a minister of the Word of God, with a divine mandate to be the conscience and a compass for the society, a shepherd to protect the flock and not to destroy. I also stand here as a woman, a leader in government, called to serve the Kenyans. I am accountable and responsible to God and to all Kenyans and to mankind. I want to start by offering an apology as a mother. We have committed a fatal error in the bid to make life better for our children. We have failed to teach the hard lessons that our parents taught us and the discipline they instilled. In so doing, we have failed to prepare you, our children, that is the boy and the girls that are here, students, men and women, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to face the challenges of life. And as a mother, I say sorry, because I should have done better. Every child that is having a challenge in being able to face the world, a mother takes responsibility, because when we give birth, we cannot communicate. It is the mother who is able to communicate to a child who does not talk. I know when they are in discomfort. I know when they need to drink something. I know when they want to sleep. I know when they want to wake up. Yet, I did not do the right thing to mature them. Child course is so important. Dear students, you are among the hundreds privileged to study in this prestigious and globally recognized institution of learning. It is therefore not in our place. We have a responsibility as students to keep the university shining and to restore the glory where it has fallen. Dear students, the university is one of the places where rights and freedoms are recognized and respected. While I ascribe to that, it is important to ensure that the same rights and freedoms are balanced with values and ethics that we Christians. I'm aware, sadly, that some of our students coming from obscure backgrounds for survival. Babas ring because and have been hurt and destroyed. I beg you, as a mother, to be careful, my children. The decisions you make on relationships are very important. They will make you or break you. Peer and social media pressure, comparison, lifestyle, beside the Mubabas and the Mumamas, are strengths that are destroying the lives of our students, not only in this university, but across the globe. I don't know about here, University of Nairobi, maybe the Mumamas and Mumabas are strangers to you, but I'm not a foreigner in this city. It's just opposite here, and may God help us. But the company you keep will make or break you. Bad company could start off with just having fun, and before you know it, the house party you attended introduces you to sexual immorality, drug abuse, and an expensive lifestyle that leads you into an occult. Drugs and substance abuse has reached an alarming level in institutions of higher learning. And I'm very sure that the University of Nairobi is not an exception. We are losing hundreds of students to alcohol, drug, and substance abuse. The rate of accidents, suicide, and mental illness in higher institutions of learning are alarming too. They have now reached a pandemic proportion. And it was just the other day I took this one very seriously. For you a temporary relief, they end up destroying your mind and reduce your capacity to be productive. So never take drugs to be your solution. I want to reiterate here that the boy child, as I have always said, they are a seed carrier. Anytime a society has to propagate itself, or a society has to get to the next level, it will require the seed carrier. Because here, as I advocate for the boy child, I'm actually giving a greater advocate for the girl child. How can we be able to bring up a family if we did not have a boy child? How can we have a balanced family when the father is the head of a gutter? How is it possible that the girl can develop, be sophisticated, brought so high, while leaving the man who will marry them down there? How can a country advance in areas of economy when the economic drivers are in the gutter? How is it possible to advance even in agribusiness when those ones who have the strength and the drive to drive it in science, in everything, is left behind in the gutter, and they are dropping out of universities, out of colleges, and even not attending primary schools because they are out there in cattle rustling? How? Find them in Lanet, you find them in Kiganjo, you find them in GSU. They are the ones that guard the country. If we allow them to get lost and not to be in control of their lives, the destinies of even this country will be at stake. Some of the factors predisposing students to abuse drugs are anxiety and stress, lack of identity or self-awareness, peer pressure, easy access to drugs, and coping with mental illness. Many of us may just have a problem, and you look at people and just dismiss them and judge them. But most of these people are sick. And any drug addict you see out there is a sick person. They are just like the people who have malaria. They are just like the people who have COVID. And what we need is to be able to take care of them. The case of a boy child is actually a very pathetic one. Because if you want to address the problem of early pregnancies, who should we address? Answer me. If we want to address the case of everything, we should be able to address, and this thing would change overnight. Who? It is the boy child. Because the moment they can agree, respect and honor the girl child, and they agree to marry them when they don't have a cat, then we would not need to advocate for FGM anymore, and we can direct that money. Happy with your girl child, and she has a good job. As a mother, they are boy child too. I'm aware of the whole 9 factor. Do you know the whole 9 factor? As a parent and a pastor, it breaks my heart that drugs peddlers have found a spot in this prestigious institution, a matter that must be addressed urgently, our Vice Chancellor. I kindly beseech you to be the brothers and the sisters keeper. We must look out for each other and encourage others one another towards success, growth, and a moral life. When one of the students goes astray, one of you should not rejoice. And you can see, when I am a mother, I sweat like this because there is a reason. There is a what? Yeah. And only a woman scientifically can go through such phases. And therefore, a boy child also has to go through phases that we need to address with seriousness. As a university, I think one of those areas where whole 9, it is known. For you do something about it. I too about it. I'm reliably informed, as the Vice Chancellor has said, we have 55 cases of suicide among students from different campuses in 2 years. 55 students. This is very devastating to the parents of the 55 students. And they are experiencing pain and undergoing loss for the death of the 55 students who are our sons and daughters. No parents would desire to lose their child or to bury their child. It is the other way around. A mother, our Reverend Goge is son to alcohol child, and there were 2, and God spared 1, and now he's saved, right? We thank God. To many, this is a statistic, but to a mother, it is a hope, an investment that has been lost, and that family would have sold everything. When I was in university, it is when I became very, very happy because my mom did not have to sell any more chickens. She didn't have to sell her land, because mother had to work hard. My brother had to work so that we could go to school and finish. So it was a great sacrifice. You can imagine myself. I had also contemplated suicide here speaking to you. And it should never be an option, dear children. Our dear lecturers and partners with the university with the following proposals, if you allow. Number one, we need exit strategy for the graduating students. For example, I was just talking to our Vice Chancellor, and I was telling him at the end of the course, the last semester, we should get a course which teaches us life skills, or skills that will be able, like hospitality, to exit you into the job market, where you can be able to go out as you wait for the transition of 5 years. You have something to do. At the university, ideas and innovations are born. Do not lose hope, but implement the ideas and innovations to make an income and create job opportunities for yourself. So as we make those interventions as a government, I also want you to help yourselves. There is something you can do for yourself. One of the things that we inherited from the colonial masters is to expect to go for white business entrepreneurship, that burden of having to wait for innovative mind, a creative mind like you. It is possible for you to become the job creator rather than wait for someone else to create jobs for you. And that's why, as a government today, we have unveiled the Hazara credit, some for women, some for men, and some for youth. And this one, you don't have to be known by anybody. You do not have to anybody has no intervention, and you are going to be on the digital platform that you are so familiar with. So what you need to do is just go there, get a loan of 200, create a company. You can even be in companion with very many of you. And if you can get even 200,000, about 20 of you, you can come up with a big business that you can employ your colleagues. I'm not saying something that I have not done. That is Rigathi. I don't know after this what you are going to call me. I'm still waiting to get a name for myself. After graduating, we saw that the salaries that we were getting could not even be able to pay our whatever else we needed. And so he would go with me to the peeled potatoes. We would sell them off club. Others I would and Rigathi would go business. During pre-weddings, we would have what he used to have a Jaguar 2,500. And it is possible for you to do something. Person from Kiantutu to be standing, even let me just it is a miracle. But also there are the decisions that we made. We were not willing We were not willing to give up. We wanted to succeed. Mentors and coaches, dear boy children who are here, are very in family life. Even in the place of ministry, some of your lecturers and the chaplains who are here, like our young men, as the wife of the MP, they helped us a lot with the boy children programs. Mentors and coaches are people who guide you in pursuing a career, a family life, and even ministry. Some of your lecturers and chaplains here, I also know, they can be great mentors and can help you avoid the pitfalls of on your path. My office will endeavor to open a helpline where you'll find clergy and pastors working 24 hours so that they can give you help, especially for those who may feel that you are depressed, you are frustrated, and you need someone to talk to. Because our boys, when they are out there, they feel sometimes rejected. One time, because somebody does something very small, a girl dupes you and you think the end of the world. There are so many good ones who are waiting to see you, please. And every time they jilt you, please send them a card and some flowers and tell them, I am very delighted and honored that you have left me. There is a good one coming. It is the truth. Anytime a girl leaves you or a boy leaves you, it's because they are not good for you. You are too good for them. Are you hearing me, my boy children? Don't let them intimidate you. Just send them a flower. And those who don't have even money to buy the flowers, I'm sure, Vice Chancellor, we have some flowers in the garden here. Give them permission. But don't kill yourself for no. That girl for nothing. Just leave young men. That is why it is important, and I'm saying that is one of the interventions which I've even talked to NACADA about, having helpline for those people who need our help. So students, we are only a call away, and we'll be giving that number to the university once it's done and I have established that particular unit that will be able to give you support, whether it is a midnight hour and you feel you need to reach out to someone, not only for the boy children, even for the girl children. We are in discussion with NACADA, and that is what I have just said for that helpline. Dear, my office is ready to work with you and the university to organize competitions in football, basketball, and other sports. An advocacy role in my office to champion the cause, where we create awareness that addiction is an illness like any other. And we shall be adding members. Ladies and gentlemen, union continue to play their role and impact this institution through ministry and the Great Commission remains. Dear lecturers and students, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to end this talk. Provide future for vulnerable populations, where my office has zeroed in on the boy child, widows, orphans, and people who are differently abled. So therefore, today, I see partners, ambassadors, champions, and collaborators for the realization of my vision. Will you join me to be able to make the life of the vulnerable better? There is no better place. There is no other better job than where you can be able to do the right thing at the right time. May God bless you. May God honor you. And may I finally say this. Before you are, He knew you by name. He has a plan for you. Cannot and plead, take alcohol. Do not take drugs. And those who are in drugs, I'm looking for a way of coming up with a rehab center with a vocational training and a sports academy that we will accommodate you. We will not take you to a place which are full of stigma. We will collaborate with the university and the clergy across the nation so that wherever you are put back on.
Grateful for those ads.
I'll be very glad to answer all of them. This is one thing I need to note again. She insisted that she wants to hear your voice. She insisted that she wants to hear your fears. That is why she came. Let's give her a celebratory clap. So thank you so much. I know from this particular end, we have had a lot from ranging from boy child, the mentorship, the plans that have been undertaken. And one thing I want to reaffirm is whatever you said, us as a boy child, we are ready to follow through. And I know there are different questions that you have. So I'll give this chance to the students. We are going to do this plenary in a different session set. I don't have the questions, but you guys have the questions. Are we together? So thank you so much. I hope the media is around mics, so you can just, by raise of hand, we shall be able to spot you, and then we will facilitate the rest. So we have the first here, and then from this segment, my brother over there, and because the boy child is mentored, girl child is mentored, very true. So kindly pass the mic to this particular point. Make the question brief and according to the topic. Thank you so much.
I'm Mohammed Bashir Duale. I first of all thank Her Excellency Pastor Dorcas, and I appreciate you for the good effort and the good work you have done. Especially me, you have oriented. Being from a rural area, you have educated me. Thank you so much. Now my question is, as a boy child, some of the challenges, the problems are being sometimes contributed by the parents. So now, how can we create awareness whereby we also educate our parents? Assume like me, someone from a rural area, I can just sit down and tell my father, Dad, this is how it is supposed to be. Yet they find that one as a crime. How can you educate your parent? So we have that challenge. How can we solve it? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's get the next question.
I think, and if we make you shut